After that fight, I said to Adele, you've just Mayweather Canelo that kid. He's really special. Yeah. And then obviously Sam Brown, good time.
So ladies and gents, we're going to bring our next bout into the cage. Please welcome your first fighter into the blue corner, representing 222 Jiu-Jitsu. Please welcome Kamran Amini.
Yeah, look, as you're saying there, Sam Brown. His record, I don't think, does him justice. He's a very, very highly skilled Thai fighter. And that's one of those fights that I feel like it's almost just crept up on us on this undercard because it's stacked with so many amazing fights. Speaking of which, we have another one here upon us now. Kamran Amini, making his way to the cage. He'll take on Kieran Grant.
And now that is a bold entrance song.
It certainly is. Representing 222 Jiu-Jitsu, Kamran Amini. We've seen him fight on Rise and Conquer a couple of times now, I believe.
Yeah, he has a very aggressive style of fighting, from what I remember.
All right, ladies and gents, could you please welcome his opponent into the red corner, representing Night Thai Pava Martial Arts. Please welcome Kieran Grant.
Second out of the night for Night Thai Pava. Kieran Grant now making the walk. Stephen Fairbairn and Peter Irvin in the corner, the dream team.
Stephen Fairbairn, Peter Irvin and Jackson, great corner team. Really looking forward to this fight.
I was wondering if you trained with Kieran. I've seen Kieran train. What can we expect from him?
I have not trained with Kieran, so I cannot say what I expect.
Fair enough, Harry, fair enough.
And even if I had trained with him, I wouldn't be revealing the secret.
There we go, Vaseline applied. Final checks done here. All happy, and he makes his way.
All right, ladies and gents, this is an amateur lightweight bout. First of all, introducing you fighters in the blue corner. 37 years of age. He stands tall at 5'8.5". He's a mixed martial art record of 1 win, 2 losses and no draws. From Kurdistan, representing 222 Jiu-Jitsu. He weighed in at 70.2 kilograms. Please put your hands together for Kamran Amini. Facing him across the cage is his opponent in the red corner. Representing Night Thai Pava Martial Arts, age 26, stands tall at 5'9". He's a mixed martial art record of 1 win, 2 losses and no draws. From Newcastle, he weighed in at 69.2 kilograms. Put your hands together for Kieran Grant. We scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Your referee, Joe McNally. The action is about to begin.
Here we go. The cage empties. Referee Joe McNally gets ready to get these two underway. Grant in the all black shorts, Amini in the grey rev gear shorts, and here we go.
Grant comes out right away, faking, throws that jab. Kamran manages to catch the leg and reverse the cage positioning. I feel like Kamran is wanting to come forward, throw big hands and wrestle.
But he eats a big hand on the way in there. That right hand of Kieran Grant just catches Kamran Amini on the way in. But Amini doing a good job to get this up against the fence now.
Amini using a lot of energy here.
You see this from his previous fights. He is a very quick starter. Kamran Amini. Kieran Grant doing a good job here, just fighting this takedown attempt.
That was a precarious moment. Amini nearly got his hands locked, but Grant managed to just pummel in and stop it. Grant using that wizard to reset the position, but Amini fighting that underhook through, now fighting for the front headlock. Amini's just constantly attacking in these grappling positions. Grant going back to that long stance.
Grant appears to have a bloody nose already. How difficult does it make if you was to get that early in the fight for your breathing later on?
Yeah, I've not noticed too much of it. It's George who has the nose problems more than I do. It's always my eyes that cut. I've never really had a bloody nose. But Kamran again fighting through with that big, like strong left underhook, and then trying to fight his right underhook in and get this body lock. Grant doing this good job of pummeling and bringing him up. Pummeling and bringing him up.
It's that just forward, relentless pressure from Amini that we're so used to seeing from him, especially in the opening sections of these fights.
I feel like if one guy can get their forehead in the other guy's chin, that would really change this clinch position for them. See how both the heads are kind of hanging out a little bit? Now Amini is just about getting there with getting his head underneath. And again, his head's a little bit loose. Now he's driving it in a bit better, and it seems like he's getting closer to his body lock as a result.
Amini looking for a trip there, not quite getting it.
Firing a knee on the break though. You can hear the corner of Grant asking for straight punching, wanting to catch Amini as he's swinging in. Grant has landed a few good right hands that Amini has walked into. Oh. Nice, nearly set up that left high kick.
Amini firing back with a kick of his own. Grant returns fire. Oh, nice right hand. And again from Amini.
Again, sometimes fighting is as simple as just realising they're in range and swinging a hard shot.
30 seconds left here of this opening round.
Again, this very familiar clinch position. Amini with a strong left underhook, trying to fight through his right underhook, trying to get to that body lock. But Grant doing just enough to defend against that.
10-second klaxon goes here in this opening round. The round that is very much a Kamran Amini round, the way he fights, that forward pressure, that pinning you up against the cage.
Again, Kamran Amini used a lot of energy there, but that is his style of fight. He's used to fighting like that.
While we're in the break here, Harry, we'll take a minute to talk about yourself, of course, perennial Cage Warriors contender. Have we got any news yet for yourself, or what's happening?
We have no news. The featherweight division remains confusing. It remains a bit of a mess. I have asked to fight in July. It looks like I'll be fighting in July. Against who? I have no idea. That is what I can tell you.
Fine, yeah, I totally get surely the title shot has got to be next for you as somebody who covers the sport, watching your eyes through that. Surely the Paul Hughes fight is next. But of course, Cage Warriors post on their social media the other day, Paul Hughes saying what's better than one belt too. Could he be going for George?
Well, we haven't heard anything about that, so I'm confused about the whole situation, in fairness.
Here we go. Second round and underway between Grant and Amini. Cage door is locked, and here we go. Touch of gloves to open this second round.
Grant coming out with a strong jab. Amini firing that leg kick.
Seen that a few times already here tonight. The lightest of touches before the first strike comes in.
Sometimes you just want to get going. Superman punch, and then he follows it up with another right hand that lands. This round is starting more at what would appear to be Grant's range, Grant's rhythm. It's more of Grant's type of fight at the minute. But I feel like it's only a matter of time before Amini's going to start swinging.
Grant
nice takedown, beautiful takedown. Elected to go for the single leg just as Amini started to sprawl. Amini going for these big bridging sweeps, wrapping the head. That was a beautiful move by Grant. I believe he's going for the Von Flue choke. Amini looks to be in some kind of discomfort here.
Do you think he can get it from this position?
And Amini gets his hand free. What it did is it's forcing errors out of Amini. Amini is now turning his back, trying to go for a headlock. Amini is trying to get the arm in some kind of arm lock. I can hear Grant's corner asking him to step over, but I don't think they can see the position his arm's in. And there we go. He's managing to step over just a little bit, getting towards the back. But Amini's holding onto that headlock, making it very hard to get a traditional style back take.
Looking now though, Grant.
This is a precarious position. If Grant's not careful with his base, he could get swept. And he manages to get that head Ooh, just for a second. Just for a second he managed to get the head free. However, this is Grant winning this round, and he's winning it decisively now.
I mean, he needs to try something else. Look, this headlock's not working. He needs to be looking for a different way to get up.
Yeah, like the headlocks, it's stopping Grant progressing to the more dangerous position. But essentially at this point, Amini's holding himself down and he gives it up. He's trying to get his guard back. He's not quite there yet. Grant should be looking to force half guard at the minute. He doesn't want to allow Amini to get back to a full guard.
It's a lot of heavy work this for both men as well, the constant grappling. And you've got to think about Amini burning his arms out there as well, trying to keep a hold of that headlock for so long.
Yeah, that might have been why he gave it up. You never know. Amini got a hold of the leg. He looked like he was threatening a sweep, but Grant was wise to it and come back down into the guard. Grant's trying to force half now. He's got that foot.
30 seconds of this round.
And then Amini manages to turn onto a single leg and get back to his feet. Beautiful work from Amini.
It's been an extremely dominant round for Kieran Grant, this second one.
Both men looking a little worse for wear at the minute.
Yeah.
Amini firing these big right hands off. Have some got through?
Chipping away here.
That might have stole the round for Amini.
Oh, I think Amini would be hoping that round. That was the start of the round, not the end. Finishing strong, but it was a very, very good round for Grant as well.
I think it might be 2 rounds for Amini. There is a chance, because of how sustained the work was, that was Grant's round. It all depends on what the judges are seeing.
In a fight, how much are you, I guess, in the back of your mind thinking about the judges' criteria? Or at the end of the day, is it you're in a fight, you're just going to have to get in there and do what needs done?
Especially at this level where it's shorter rounds and it's a bit more frantic and it's a higher pace like that, you're just thinking about getting it done. Like, you're not even thinking for the most part. You're just doing. It's just you're acting on instinct. But not sure who that flurry was worse for, because if Kieran's got his wits about him again, that was a lot of energy for Amini to use.
It certainly was. Look, Amini breathing very heavy here, absolutely dripping in sweat.
Both of them taking deep breaths now. This has been a hard fight.
180 seconds, that's all we've got here to decide this fight.
Big right hand again from Amini. A nice jab this time. They're both slipping a little bit, I think, on Amini's sweat. Nice right hand again. He's going for that left high kick. He's gone for it a few times. I think if he'd have gone low a little bit more, that might have been there for him. And Amini gets a good frame, defends the takedown and lands a right hand. That could be a really telling exchange for the rest of the fight. Amini is piling it on now. Grant managed to get this Thai-style clinch and pummel through an underhook.
Without fail, Amini always leaves everything in there. He's always knackered by the end of his fights, but it's so good to see, so refreshing to see somebody really leave it all in there to try and get the win.
Yeah, definitely.
Amini just talking to his corner here. What do you need to see Grant doing here to try and better his position?
I mean, I think trying to get back to his underhooks, trying to get his head underneath Amini's. He's leaving his head dangling over Amini's at the minute, and that's allowing Amini to dictate the head position. And then in the first round, he was managing to pummel that left arm through a lot better, whereas now Amini's getting a lot closer to the body lock that he wants. Big throw, but he just loses the whizzer on the way down.
Amini's straight on that now as well, trying to... In an interesting position. Where does Amini need to be looking to go here?
I think Amini...
Side control now, sorry.
I was going to say, I think Amini needs to just hold this position like his life depends on it. And Grant needs to be moving. He can't be staying still. He can't afford to be still at this point. Amini putting a lot of shoulder pressure in there, but Grant needs to be bridging and booking, and just like that.
Just as you say it there, Harry.
And now he needs to start scooting his hips to the wall and wall walking up.
It is, so it's that relentless pressure from Amini. He's so hard to deal with when he's coming forward constantly. He doesn't give you a second to think, a second to breathe.
Yeah, Amini seems really tired, but he's still just going and going and going. He's got a good engine on him. Grant nearly slipping out the back. Kieran going, Amini going for this headlock, but it's very slippy now. He's going for the headlock armbar. That's
in. Tap and it's all over. Kamran Amini gets the third round submission win. It sort of appeared out of nowhere, really, didn't it, Harry, that finish?
Yeah, like that's a rare submission, but you can't take that sub lightly. It goes on very quick.
Hopefully we'll get to see a replay just on here and sort of talk us through what happened.
Well, ladies and gents, can you please put your hands together for our warriors inside the cage? What a fantastic fight we've just seen.
It's kind of like an Americana, but see where he can get his hips into the elbow. So he uses the headlock, grabs that Americana position and hips in.
Both of them visibly knackered here at the end of it. I think it's fair to say both sitting on their stools. What a really entertaining fight. They're not very back and forth fight.
Right, so ladies and gents, we have your winner in the third round by way of reverse key lock. And your winner in the blue corner, Kamran.